It's October at last. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, and it's time to take another look around the Myers room, which a couple of little things have changed. You might notice some autumn leaves. These are really handy, and I've spent a ridiculous amount of time spreading them around the place, not just the corners of the floor but the actual shelves as well. Really wanted it to look as autumn, October vibes as possible for this room. So we'll go around to all the shelves and just have a little look at how everything's looking. It's not the first time I've shown the room, so I just try to repose a few things and reposition a few things just to keep it interesting for you. But we'll go around now and we'll see what's what. But welcome to the Myers room, folks, and thank you to everyone out there, all the different people in the community who have contributed great pieces of art or just things they had lying around to the Michael Myers room here. Put up Mike Torrey's letter along with the artwork. Stefan, this awesome huge kind of material poster. So yeah, always in need. There's always plenty of space on the walls. So if you got any Halloween postcards or posters or magazines or pillows or anything, whatever, man, if you got some Halloween stuff lying around that you don't care about anymore, get in touch. You can add it to the Myers room in here. I hope to see it grow over the years. There's some really nice material I found, which I intend to turn into quarter scale coveralls for 78 Myers at some point. I'll keep you posted on that. I took the 78 mask off the mannequin because I just wanted to look at it on the shelf for a change. I think it takes on a whole new kind of presence when it's just kind of sitting there like that. And I can just appreciate it now in a different way. I love the way I got the horns looking on this. Spent a long time styling the hair. But that was the Trick or Treat Studios 78 mask, but it was repainted by Simon Brandolino on Instagram. And then I ended up doing the hair myself. That was the first time, I think, doing 78 hair on a life-size mask. So it was a bit of a daunting thing to do, but I'm really happy with the results. Again, the autumn leaves. I don't know, let me know what you think. You might think they look silly. I think it makes sense. It's a Halloween room. It's Mikey's room. So there should be some autumn leaves scattered about the place. And I want to give a big shout out to the YouTube channel Malfunct Sean. That's where you're going to find the podcast called The Thing with Two Heads, and that's between Christopher Nelson, who actually made the mask for the 2018 movie and won an Oscar for what he did in Suicide Squad. Really cool guy and amazing special effects artist. And Sean Clark, who hosts it on his channel, and you know him from Tales of Halloween and Carnies maybe. And it's a really good podcast, man. They've already interviewed James Dew Courtney, part 1 and 2, they've got on there. And Nick Castle, had a nice long conversation with him about the mask and all this stuff. So it's amazing because you get to see the screen used Halloween 2018 mask in the background behind Christopher Nelson when he's talking on the podcast. So it's awesome. And now that Halloween is getting closer, even though we have to wait another year for Halloween Kills, which sucks, but the reasons are pretty significant. So we've got the podcast Thing with Two Heads to enjoy in the meantime, and obviously someone like Christopher Nelson who's got all that experience of actually working on these movies. It's just really interesting to listen to him talk. So subscribe to the channel, check him out, man. The Thing with Two Heads podcast on YouTube, check it out. And we got Halloween on Netflix. It's so cool because that's like the front page. That's the first thing you see when you log into Netflix. That'll only be for a few days, I guess, but it's just really cool. Plus you all get a nice, good look at that mask as well. It's a really clear image. That's pretty sweet. And so we'll start over here. We have the original McFarlane 1978 Michael Myers figure. They also made him in quarter scale. And here is the old original 7-inch 1978 Michael Myers figure by NECA. They also made him in quarter scale, and he's up there. But I did resculpt the hair, and he's got a Fergo knife at the moment. That's a great looking piece. Then we've got vinyl, which is given to me by Nick. And Some cool little postcards. A little 1/6 scale VHS of the original Halloween. It's pretty badass. Look at that. And some Fergo knives. A beautiful display case. 1/6 scale, 100% accurate to 78. A little Shadow Fergo metal symbol there. Vinyl for the 2018 film. And Myers as Bob, the ghost. And the NECA Ultimate Halloween 2 Dick Warlock Myers figure. And a pair of Dean Knight exclusive coveralls, which I just need to get myself a body. And then I'm going to make good use of these. Totally unique coveralls in 1/6 scale material that I found. I sent to Tanila at Tanila's Customs, and she put these together for me. They're incredible. And they will be put to use again soon. And just some other little cards. Simon Brandolino's calling cards here. And we'll take another little look at the 78 mask here. Let's see it from all the angles. You've got some more cards and stickers and stuff on the wall above him. And here we have a life-size Myers. It's originally supposed to be a 1978 version because of the coveralls, but like I said before, I wanted to have this mask on the shelf for a little while, just change things up. So I've got a Trick or Treat Studios mask on there. That was originally the one that I had done by Mike in Germany, and I repainted it myself, and I'm not finished. I still need to go in and do a lot more detail, just around anywhere where it looks too clean. Still needs a fair bit of weathering. You know, I can always use Simon Brandolino's amazing stunt copy here for a reference, just to sort of put the cracks in the right place. So that's something I got to do. A little project I'm looking forward to doing, but the mask still looks good as it is at the moment, even though it's not finished. I still think it looks really creepy. Just put the leaf on his shelf there, on his shoulder. And there he is. It's a cool looking piece though. Look at that. Even though it's not finished, that mask looks absolutely incredible. It fits me like a dream. And then we have a big framed photo that I took of one of my Myers figures. That's a 1/6 scale figure in a diorama. And that's the diorama there, made by Glenn Page at Cult Creations. 1/6 scale diorama. Here's the Cult Creations business card. In case you want any dioramas made for your NECA figures or your Hot Toys figures or whatever the case may be, he can make a diorama for it. That's how you get in touch with Glenn. And got this awesome vinyl, the soundtrack to the classic 78 film. Really cool rain effect on that. And we'll just come around to the side. And over here we have a framed poster of a photograph that I took of one of the masks that I had from Simon Brandolino 2018, and it's made a really cool poster there. And just got some more of my Myers artwork and some great stuff that was sent along from friends in the community. Great artwork there from Mike Torrey. Some t-shirts from frightrags.com. More leaves. Some random things. And some cool magazines, spare bits and pieces for future projects. Hands, boots, or shoes, whatever. There's my 1978 quarter scale clothing. Just waiting for another cool model's body. And there's my head sculpt for it. The One's Customs Michael 78 quarter scale. And got some cool Mezco action here. There's a great piece. Some cool special editions of the movies. There's Bootface. That was the first 1/6 scale Michael Myers figure. Well, I guess technically no, that would have been the original Sideshow official figure, but God, that was a terrible figure. But this was my first official purchase, like a custom piece off of eBay. So really, really love this one. Very cool, unique figure. Sort of a concept piece. The boot face. Plenty of videos of him on the channel, so check it out. And then we have the Hobo Myers figure, custom piece. That's an absolute beast. Got a cool pumpkin with him as well. And this knife by Fergo, the hunting knife, is just incredible. Very sharp, real metal and wood. Amazing head sculpt. One of my favorites. Just love the detail on it. How nasty it looks with the beard coming through underneath. And the real hair from Tyler Mane coming through. The ripped mask. That's a really cool piece. And there's one of John Pearson's amazing quarter scale pumpkins with the modified NECA quarter scale figure. And that's that shelf there. And over here we have a fair bit of 1978 with a little bit of Halloween 2 on the end. So we'll come over here. We got an American version of the movie that was sent my way. We got some more knives. And a cool enamel pin. I believe that was from Fright Rags. And here is the version from 1978 where he picks up the phone with the unsealed coveralls that are dyed blue, and the amazing 1978 sculpt here by Ryan, and with the custom phone and the Budweiser. All my little certificates of authenticity here. More sculpts, Blu-rays, tombstones, and here we have the Boogeyman, which is what I believe to be my absolute ultimate 1978 Myers, and got to be one of the very best in the world. Just an amazing combination of parts came together to put, just this classic, iconic character just perfected in 1/6 scale. Everything from the color of those coveralls to the way they sit on the body, the proportions of the head, the hairstyle, the knife he's holding, the boots, the base, the pumpkin. It's just perfect. The Boogeyman. And that's the Mad Bug V2 Nick Castle stretch sculpt, painted and haired by Silent Surfer. The final run, the unsealed coveralls. Just let you take a peek at this. And that knife. It's incredible. And you got your Blackest Eyes version 2 by One's Customs. And the little Mezco 1/12 scale 1978 Myers figure. Here's one of, there's one of Ryan's sculpts that I still need to paint and hair. Sent that one along for me to mess around with. Some more sculpts by Ryan here. A cool badge. And then there's the copy of the Mad Bug version 1. Turned out to be a copy, unfortunately, but still really cool sculpt. And I had fun painting it. So it's pretty cool. And a little bit of Halloween 2 love. Still working on my custom figure, but he looks good. And you got the NECA one as well. Actually, that's the Retro Cloth 2018, but with the Halloween 2 head sculpt just put on there because I just prefer the way that looks. I saw someone do that on YouTube before me, so I just copied them. Sorry if I can't remember the name of the channel right now, it hasn't come into my brain, but if you type in modifications Halloween 2 NECA, I'm sure it'll come up. Dude did an amazing job dyeing the coveralls green. Yeah, you got some leaves strategically placed around. Looks really nice. I always like this sticker. I like the way he's wearing the green coveralls in that one, so I put him next to this one. They look quite similar. There is that shelf. That's quite a cool shelf right there. And I want to give a special shout out to Ryan Harper as well, who you know from the channel. I've got quite a few of his sculpts here that I've done reviews on. This is probably my favourite of Ryan Harper's sculpts. Really awesome job on that. Got another one here. I used one of Ryan Harper's sculpts for my Halloween 2. And I got another one over here that I'm still working on. This sculpt here still needs a bit of paint work. And then I've got another one from Ryan Harper, which is totally just brand new. Needs to be haired and painted, but you can see it's a really cool sculpt. So I'm looking forward to working on that. But yeah, big shout out to Ryan Harper. He's been very cool to me and sent some cool stuff my way to review. So check out all the videos I've done on his stuff on the channel. Just search on YouTube, Michael Myers, Ryan Harper. It'll come right up. Now this shelf is all pretty much 2018 stuff. So we'll start over here with the big guy. Quite recently finished all of this. This is the big quarter scale, kind of mostly, I guess you'd say, well, it's a weird one because you've got custom coveralls, custom made by Tanila, but then you've got the NECA quarter scale official head sculpt that I repainted and rehaired. It's been totally reworked, but it was an official head sculpt in the first place. So you can't really call him a custom figure, but he kind of is. A custom kit bash, modified, I don't know, whatever you want to technically call it, who cares? It looks amazing, and it's a big, tall James Jude Courtney Myers, and I love it. Glad he's finally finished. You got my cinema ticket from when I saw the 2018 movie for the first time. I got my certificate of authenticity for the coveralls from Tanila and Dave. And it's just a hell of a creepy looking piece. Look at that. So there's him with the Christopher Nelson head. And then we have my stunt copy of the 2018 mask. This was reworked by Simon Brandolino on Instagram. Obviously originally a Trick or Treat Studios 2018 mask, but man, he went full nasty on this one. It is so nasty, it's awesome. I spent ages messing around with the hair, trying to get the hair exactly the way I want it, and I think I've finally achieved it. It looks really nasty. I love that mask. It is a very scary looking mask. And Simon's paint job is just on another level, man. I mean, the details on this, you could spend all day looking at it. Just get in close and you can just get a sense of how much detail's going on here. all the discoloration. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Just gonna linger on it for a minute and let you soak it up. Yep, there it is. And then shout out to Mark and Irene who sent this awesome bobblehead statue. They sent it my way. There he is. And then here we have the 1/6 scale custom figure. Now this is custom, fully custom. We got a Shadow Fergo knife, Tania's custom coveralls and t-shirt, Beta Metalli prototype head sculpt. So this is the prototype, not the one that everyone else is getting with the short run that's happening. This is the one before that. And there's the certificate of authenticity for the coveralls from Taniela. Nice steelbook in the background. John Pearson's pumpkin seals the deal. Movie accurate boots. He's just an amazing looking piece. You get close up, let you see that head sculpt. That's the Beta Metalli prototype. It's a beast. And then we just got the NECA Ultimate Laurie Strode and Michael Myers together there. That looks really cool. Lots of leaves. And that is that shelf. Very proud of all the stuff in this room. And I've spent days rearranging things and reposing things and trying to get everything just right for this video. So I hope you're enjoying it. And you got this cool little corner here, little combination of gifts from people in the community and just a big old pumpkin that I like. And we got more t-shirts from Fright Rags here as well. I love this artwork here. I would love to have that in a poster as well. I love the way the mask looks. It's really cool. And then Glenn Page, shout out to him again for this awesome poster. And then we have the modified and reworked quarter scale Rob Zombie NECA Myers. Repainted the mask and re-haired it. That turned out great. That's a big one. And now we come to this final shelf here. We have a big 2007 Tyler Mane Michael Myers from the Rob Zombie film, which is the film that got me into Michael Myers in the first place. I was always aware of him, and I know you've heard me say this a million times, but I always got to remember this is probably, for a lot of people, the first time they're seeing me show Myers stuff, because there's always new people discovering your channel, so it's worth mentioning. It was the Rob Zombie film, the first one, that kind of triggered my interest, and I wanted to have a figure of the Tyler Mane Myers because I thought it was very intimidating. I mean, you know, I don't think it's a perfect film by any stretch, and I do think the original is obviously the better. It's a classic, but I did think that Tyler Mane as Michael Myers was terrifying, and I loved the look. And I didn't think I'd like brown coveralls with the collar down, but they made it work look-wise. I think it looked fantastic. And this is an amazing piece. It's on a basketball body. He's huge. We've got one's customs head sculpt with Taniela's customs coveralls that I weathered, bloodied up. I've got a real metal and wood knife. Beautiful base. And we have the certificate of authenticity here. And some stuff from the nightmare sequence from Halloween 2. including the amazing head sculpt there, which is really gnarly looking, with the axe that I had to modify myself to get it to look more like the one in the movie. This head sculpt's fantastic. I love this. And I could basically just take that head off, put this one on, and turn it into a Nightmare Sequence Myers. Easy peasy. But yeah, that's a really cool Once Customs head sculpt right there. I love that. But this piece is just intimidating. It's awesome. It's very movie accurate. So I love that one. Got a cool German steelbook there, DVD. Then this great NECA figure, which is very old now. I guess this came out when the movie came out, but it still holds up. Great sculpt, great paint. Love the accessories. It's a great piece. And a little postcard there. Then you have the custom, another custom 2018 Myers. This is more of a battle damaged later part of the film version. And we've got the Legio 7 head sculpt, version 1. And I painted this myself a few times, trying to get it right. Inserted eyes into the mask. You've got the Tanila's coveralls, which is, again, these are the only ones of these that exist in the world, just one pair. This is the material that I found and sent to Tanila, just like with the 78 versions. But these were converted into more of a 2018 look. You've got the eyes inside the mask. It's really creepy. So I love this one. Totally unique. Fingers blown off. Bloody hammer. This thing's a nightmare. A 1/6 scale nightmare. And there he is, just standing there. Give you a look at him. He's a big figure too, man. This is a big piece. I've just been working on him on and off for a couple of years now. Started back in 2018. Now it's 2020. 2020. And it looks pretty good. I mean, come on, man. Look at that. Battle damage 2018. Bullet hole as well, where he was shot. All present and correct. Forget about it. And then we have the Legio 7 V2 head sculpt, which I haired and painted myself. And I guess I'll have to rehair this at some point. I'm not really happy with the hair. It's alright. It's not too bad. I could live with it, but I know I can do better. But painting the eyes was definitely a challenge. I'd never done that before on 1/6 scale, so it's not too bad though. The side profile looks good. The mask itself is fantastic looking. A little bit of paint is worn away where you can see my finger there. I need to repaint that section, but it's a damn good sculpt. I'm happy with it, but just needs a little bit of work. Mostly on the hair, a little bit of a retouch up on the paint around the neck, but other than that, solid. And there is another, kind of just a last minute bash together with some spare parts that I had lying around. The body is awful. It's a terrible body. But the mask, the head sculpt is really cool. That's a converted copy of a V1 Mad Bug sculpt turned into a 2018 Myers. So that's a pretty cool thing that you don't see every day. So just to make that clear, it's this sculpt, the Mad Bug V1, but modified by Yondu and converted into a 2018 version instead. Which again, you won't see many of those ever. I don't know how many exist, but I don't think it's many. That's a Fergo knife there as well, so a real metal and wood knife, very movie accurate. And some really weathered and bloodied up 3-0 Myers coveralls. And then we got the NECA Retro Cloth Halloween 2. And that's a pumpkin from Stephen Maurice. Did a great job on that. And that is that shelf. So, all in all, we got this one here, this shelf here, that shelf with the big guy, this shelf here, which is really all about that mask in the center. Then you got me and the cool original poster. And then over here we had the 2018 section. And then down here, the originals, the first two movies. And then we got that shelf down there, some t-shirts, lots of pumpkins, lots of autumn leaves. We got a record player down there, in case I ever feel like playing the soundtrack to either 78 or 2018. I'd like to get the soundtrack to Halloween 2 on vinyl as well at some point. And then we got the big guy, currently with the 2018 mask on. And that's about it, folks. But it's going to be a cool October. Shame, like I said, shame we're not getting, Halloween Kills this year. It's going to have to be next October, but I can't wait to see it. I was hoping Terrifier 2 would come out this October, but now apparently that's been delayed. So, fingers crossed we get that pretty soon. And that's it for now, folks. Like I said, if you got anything Michael Myers related lying around that you don't really care about anymore, get in touch, and I'd love to get it off you and add it to the room here. This room is not finished by a long shot. There's plenty of space in here still for lots and lots of goodies. I'm going to tidy this up. Got lots of shelf space there, and something cool can go here. This all needs to be utilized properly at some point, all these shelves available, so the top bit and here, all this, I'll make it work. But you guys have been fantastic, and I hope you're having a good year, despite how crazy it's been. I know it's been just kind of unprecedented times, and I just hope you're all keeping safe. If you're with your family, keep them safe, look after yourselves. If you're by yourself, reach out. We're all here to support each other. Just do your best, keep it together, we'll get through this. Alright guys, don't forget to check out the Thing with Two Heads podcast on YouTube. Thanks for watching, it's always a pleasure. Always good to hear from you guys as well, so light up that comment section with your thoughts. Drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram at DNight33. Alright, that's it, I'm out. See you soon guys. Have a great October, and I'll see you very soon with more goodies.